Once upon a time, there was a man who lived in a faraway land. He promised himself that he would never marry a woman who had been married to more than one man. One day, he prayed to God and said, "Dear Lord, if I truly mean what I say, please let it be that when I cut my body in half, one part will be me and the other part will turn into a woman. She will be the one I marry." After saying this, he cut his own body into two halves. Because the man was truthful and honest, his prayer was answered. One half of his body stayed as him, and the other half turned into a woman. While he was cutting his body, some drops of his blood fell on a tree nearby. As soon as the blood touched the tree, it changed into a snake. The man did not notice this happening. The man was extremely happy that his wish had come true. He married the woman who was created from his own half body. He felt sure that since she came from him, she could never have been with another man. He loved her deeply and they lived happily together, enjoying the joy of married life. However, the woman secretly had an affair with the snake that had formed from the man's blood. She had taken the snake as her lover. The man did not know about their secret relationship. The snake, meanwhile, was planning to get rid of the man. One day, the man was sitting by a tree, answering nature's call with a pot of water beside him. The snake saw this as a chance to kill the man. It climbed up a branch and got ready to strike him on the head. Just then, the man noticed the snake's reflection in the clear water of the pot. Realizing the danger, he quickly grabbed a weapon and cut the snake into 3 pieces. He rushed back home and told his wife what had happened. Instead of feeling happy that her husband was safe, the wife looked very sad. She was deeply upset about the death of her lover, the snake. Grieving for her loss, thoughts of getting revenge for the snake's death slowly began to grow in her mind. The woman went to the place where the incident had happened and found the snake's broken body. She cried bitterly and took the snake's head with her as she returned home. After a few days, she spoke to her husband, saying, "My dear husband, our happiness is overflowing. I have nothing to be sad about, and it's all thanks to your love and kindness. But there is one thing I truly wish for. I want to go on a pilgrimage to holy places. Could you please grant me permission to go on this trip for a month?" The loving husband could not see the wicked plan his wife had. As the saying goes, no one, not even the gods, can understand a woman's heart or predict a man's fate. So, the man simply nodded and allowed her to go. The woman took the snake's head and traveled to Kashi and Jagannath. There, she performed the last rites for her dead lover. She then had a skilled goldsmith make a beautiful talisman using the snake's head. She paid him 5 tolas of silver and 10 tolas as his wage. After wearing the talisman around her neck, she returned home. Soon after her return, the woman made a plan to get rid of her husband. She decided to ask him a riddle about the talisman she wore around her neck. With sweet words, she hid her evil intentions. She said to her husband, "My dear, let's make a bet. If you can solve the riddle, you may cut off my nose and hair and send me away. But if you cannot solve it, I will take your life." She made him promise to follow the rules. The loyal husband agreed without hesitation. Once her husband had promised, she asked him, "What is the thing that needed 5 tolas of silver to make, 10 tolas of silver as payment, and is more precious to me than a diamond?" The husband tried his hardest to solve the riddle, but he could not find the answer. So, as per their agreement, the wife was ready to take his life. Before it was too late, the husband made one last request. "Please let me live a few more days. I have a sister and I want to see her face one last time before I die." The wife, without hesitation, granted his request. The man quickly wrote a letter to his older sister, who lived 4 days away. In the letter, he told her to come at once because he was on his deathbed. As soon as the sister received the letter, she rushed to her brother's house. During her journey, she had to spend the last night under a tree. At the top of the tree, a pair of sparrows lived. The woman lay awake and listened to their chirping, which sounded like a conversation in their language. The female sparrow asked about the woman resting under the tree, and the male sparrow explained her situation. The woman who is seeking shelter under this tree tonight is on her way to her brother's house, he said. He then told the female sparrow the entire sad story about the man, his wicked wife, the bet, and his impending death. The woman was able to understand the languages of birds and animals, so she listened carefully to the sparrow's conversation. She was very confused by what she heard. As soon as the first light of dawn appeared in the east, she quickly continued her journey to her brother's house. When the woman reached her brother's house, she asked him about his troubles. The brother explained everything, telling her how he had been unable to solve the strange riddle and how it had led to his current distress. Remembering the conversation of the sparrows, the sister quickly understood the plan. She called her brother's wife and forcefully took the talisman from around her neck. Opening the locket, she revealed the snake's head inside. She broke it into several pieces and said sharply, "This is the true and rightful answer to your riddle, you wicked woman. This is the diamond you cherished so much that you even schemed to kill your own husband, my younger brother." By exposing the woman's evil plans, the sister made sure that the terms of the bet were carried out. She had the woman's nose and hair cut off as promised, and then she forced her to leave the house.